Are we there?
We are there now. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Simply Spooky. There's nobody in the chat. We are talking to the ether as is normal. We were late as well by 2 minutes. Where are you lot? Anyway, good. There's one person in there. Hello, that one person. Please say hi in the chat. If you can put it in the chat so we know you. Thank you, Christine. I hope you're doing well. Hello, William. I hope you're doing well. So we are broadcasting tonight through the Things Network, as is used on the Tuesday. I'll get it right. Bank holidays. At least I'm losing track of days. And tonight we're going to be talking about Orbs. But first, I want to ask everybody in the chat, how have you guys been this week? Eric, how have you been?
Good.
Excellent. Anything exciting to declare?
No, it's just that spirit box that I got. That's about it.
You got the new PSP 7 spirit box, which is cool. Very cool. And everything else good? Rita's good?
Great.
Rita's doing well?
Yeah.
Excellent. Viv, how are you? You got hands in splints, haven't you? Is that the what's it called?
Carpal tunnel?
I've got arthritis.
Oh, arthritis.
Really bad.
Arthritis.
I don't know what I've done to inflame them, but they've past week has been.
Do you? I mean, I don't think it's got any significance. What about the weather, the stormy weather we've had? Would that affect them?
Not normally. Not like this. So.
No, but you have been super busy at work, haven't you? So.
Super busy at work. So now that's calming down. So that's good.
Tapping away on a keyboard is not going to help, I don't think, is it? Like permanently for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Well, it's would be mainly right-handed, but this is my left hand as well. So it doesn't make sense. Yeah,
we're getting old, Viv. We're getting old. Or we're getting. I think I've got old.
I think that's what it is.
Just with age, things creak, don't they? Like we all know that now.
I'm not
right. Well, it's nice to see, but everybody's in fine fettle, and they're all happy. Everybody's happy. Eric, are you all happy in fine fettle?
Yeah,
good man.
Fine
fettle. Young Vivian, are you in fine fettle like me and Eric?
I'm not happy because I'm a woman. Women are never happy. Just ask any woman.
I daren't say that. Only a woman can say that. Hey. Hello, mate.
What are you laughing at?
Hi, Mr. Varro. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Need to catch up with you very soon. So we're talking tonight about it's a very controversial subject this evening. We're talking about orbs. And we want to discuss people's opinions on what they think orbs are.
William said hello.
So we'll have to find out. Eric, your opinions on orbs.
Oh, well, I mean, an actual orb is a ball of energy and light, mixed together. But there's also dust orbs,
I agree. What about you, young Vivian?
So I'm going to give you the answer in 2 sections. I'm a spiritualist medium, as you know.
Do you know that we have a spider here that actually makes its own web around it like an orb and flies through the air from plant to plant that way?
Spider?
Yep, the spider.
Yeah. Is that the orb weaver?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're talking about animals now. Sorry.
Spiritualist mediums. I'm going to give it into 2 sections. A spiritualist medium perspective and a ghost hunter's perspective. As a spiritualist medium, if you were going to use energy and light to manifest yourself, total waste of time and energy. Why would they do that? You would use that energy and that space continuum and that time to try and manifest yourself, if not wholly, partially, to get whatever messages you've got to get across to the other side through. So that would be, as a medium, and I see, fear and heal here, and I'm also a trans medium, I don't think that they would waste their time doing that. So now I look towards the scientific view. And I have sat in places where orbs are said to manifest. And I called out and I said, if you are there and you want to prove the existence of orbs, please do not show yourself as a circle. Do another shape. And my God, all night I was getting triangles. Could that have been something wrong with the camera? Because I did some research with cameras, and I know that digital cameras of today create their own orb effect. So it's not dust, it's not this, it's not that. It's nothing you can see with the naked eye. It's what the camera itself is creating its orb effect. You also have, I'm off on one now.
Go on it.
You also have light reflection. So when light comes in or light is bounced around in a room on
prism, isn't it?
On digital cameras and on camera phones in your camera, they will create an orb effect. Try it with the sun. When you've got a lovely bright sun outside and you go outside and try and take a picture with the sun in front of you, you will get that blue orb effect that appears on the pictures. So when it comes to orbs, dust particles, you clean your house, you hoover your house, you puff up your cushions, you make your bed, you walk on a carpet, you are going to create orbs. I'm sorry, no house is that squeaky clean that will not leave dust or skin particles around a home, or even within a castle or building, anything like that has fabrics will create orbs and the rod effect. Now, the rod effect, as well as orbs, can be explained. There are flying insects, dust outside, you have hair in front of a lens. Sometimes you get moths, you know, these really tiny, I don't know what you would call them, that eat your clothes kind of moths.
Yeah,
tiny ones, right?
Yeah.
So when you got those in a house, and they love carpets, they eat carpet, they love it. When they're disturbed and they fly, they create this lovely spiral like that. And then people say, oh, look, I've got a vortex. Sometimes, like, I just want to kill people. When it comes to ghost hunters, that should know better, I want to really slap them in the face with a wet fish and say, tell them to wake up. People that are not and have this, well, I saw this orb, that's my great-grandmother telling me that everything's okay. That's fine. I'd let them believe that because it's their faith. It's what it makes them feel better. They might be grieving, so I'd never take that away from them. But when it comes to these ghost hunters that should know better, honestly, and even 99.9% of orbs can be explained. No, all of them. Every single fucking one. Wake up. Sorry, I've ranted now. I should shut up.
No, it's good. It's good. We want rants. We need to give the audience blood. That's what we need to give them, and that's
oh, bloody give them blood. You know, they're all. You know, I think we should rename them to Yvette Fieldings because she loved them all. Do you remember?
They scream for no reason, apparently.
Yeah.
Well,
I go on.
Moisture in the air will create that too with the camera.
Yeah,
Good point.
I think the thing is now, though, and I will say it because I know, I believe it as well, is that I think that would have happened with a lot of digital cameras, with with phones years ago, but the cameras are so good now that I think is very rarely you're going to get that. Orbs, my belief in my stance on orbs is the fact that I was very anti-orbs, and I still am to 99% of the experiences that people tell me they've had. Obviously, I can't see what they've seen, so I've got to go on the basis that I can't discredit them because I wasn't there. But generally, when they explain it to me, it's dust. It's just dust, or it's particles, whatever. Another thing people don't take into consideration is that carpets, and you do it in houses where there's orbs, carpets are nylon mostly. Yeah. And when people walk on them, it can cause static electricity. I don't know if that's anything to do with it, but it's something worth keeping in mind, I think. Now, I was very adamant that I'm not having any of it. No orbs, not having that at all. Until I saw a self-illuminating orb.
I've seen orbs of my own eyes. Dan, I've seen black ones, red ones, blue ones.
But
honestly,
this thing had an intelligence because the guy, it was in a pub, the first one I saw, and then after that, I'll see a couple more. But it was in a pub, and the guy said,
it turned a corner.
The spirit comes here, and what it does, it'll come through the bar, walk round the side of the bar, or through the bar, because the bar was different in the day. That was where the opening was. Walk up to the door, look at the door, and then walk back. He said, and some people have seen the spirit of a man do the same. They've seen a full body apparition. Now, Viv, I sat there, and it was a nice clear evening, and I saw this thing, and I had to nudge the guy next to me because I couldn't credit what I was seeing. This thing was self-illuminated. It was like a prism. It was like a plasma ball in the middle. So there was a self-generating energy. I'm not saying it was a spirit. I'm not saying it was that at all. It could have been anything. But what it was, it made me rethink things because this thing followed the trajectory that this guy had told me previous, right? It went through the bar, to the door, stopped, and went back through the bar and then back out again, and it was gone. That was one I saw. And another thing that throws me, and it's not orbs, and I've seen it in buildings where there's no electricity, is that I've seen in clusters little dimple fairy lights.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like electricity.
And spirit lights. Yeah, I've seen
spirit lights. And and I've seen them a few times. And that's always perplexed me because I can't find an answer because there's no electricity. I mean, obviously there's electricity in the atmosphere and what have you.
Yeah.
Spirit lights are more common than you realise. And spirit lights, I don't know if you watched Ghost Hunters with Norman in it.
Yeah. Well, it was funny enough, it was there.
The spirit lights.
It was there that I saw them, but was very distinctive.
Yeah.
It was there that I saw them.
The spirit lights shouldn't be confused with orbs because I think they're totally
No,
different.
I'm not saying they're the same thing at all. They're totally different. But what I'm saying is for electricity, they've clearly got an energy source. And it's clearly electrical.
Oh, God, trouble's here.
Trouble's
here.
Oh, that fucking camera up properly.
Cut!
Hello, mate. You're right.
Yeah.
But as for these self-illuminating things, I've seen two or three of them now.
People that have said, "Oh, they see this all go up the stairs and turn round the corner." Okay, now I have physically seen dust follow a person as they walk through, stir up the dust, and then it sort of takes their path because we're creating a kind
but
of
I think dust moves differently. I think dust does move differently. It moves more erratically, I think. But yeah, you probably have seen that. But yeah, overall, I think dust moves erratically. Right, who have we got in here now? Sorry.
Well, everybody knows.
Wet weather. Oh, that was your rheumatism. Yeah. Hello, Ian. Hope you're doing well, bud. Yeah, dust. We're talking about dust.
It's gone.
There you go. I'm more convinced by light anomaly. Yeah. That's what yes.
Spirit lights, I think, yeah. Mr. Mouldy.
Hello, Mr. Mould. I hope you're doing well, sir.
Evening.
Well, then I think we need to start defining.
It's good that she's off on one, Robert. It's good. That's what we want.
But even then, the ones you see with your eye are not always what you think they are.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No.
Yeah.
But I think the beauty is that people got different opinions, which is great.
Yes.
Well, everybody's genuine.
Jay, what do you think about orbs?
Sorry.
Different.
Go on, Jay.
Sticky situation or not, really.
Is it sticky? Ugh, dirty bastard. Have a wash.
Like when you're in a
Listen,
room.
Parker. Jay, so remember, if you agree with me, there's no wrong answer.
Right. So on that note, so if you're working in a room and it's quite dusty anyway, like some of the venues that we've been to,
filth,
and you're going around like with a camera and you think, oh look, there's an orb. Well, no.
Come on, hold my cup. I'll put it down.
Viv puts white gloves on and goes along the thing, goes, dirty bastards.
Dirty bastards.
But I think, like I said, when you work in a room and it's quite dusty, and you think, oh wow, I've got an orb. Well, no, you've got to take it out. That it's either dust, particles in the air, because where it's been left for a month or so. So look what Viv was saying about an orb that you can actually see with your eye. That's a totally different.
Hang on, but I've been outside and seen stuff with my own eye, and it turned out it was pollen.
Yeah,
and there's
other
things. Fog can create the orb effect. Mist.
Oh, do you know what?
Mist.
I'll be honest with you. Fog and mist and light rain is the fake paranormal investigator's best buddy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Best buddy.
But no, I think people need to believe in themselves because they think, well, you
Uh-oh.
Oh, hang on.
Look at that face where he's frozen. Oh
That's
my
like an
God.
orb, isn't it?
Looks like Tintin with his bit of hair sticking
No,
out.
we've
Sorry,
got, we've got a storm outside, so
see, hair goes all, yay!
so yeah, I think people need to start believing in themselves, because they jump to a conclusion it's a ghost, or it's something that they're looking for. They've got to knock out. Like, we had that argument about half hour about that, what we saw in that last venue we had, and it's like, well, no, it wasn't an argument, it was a debate that
You mean the headlights?
Car headlights.
hey, what headlight?
Two sets.
You bastard.
But Dan, look, it's got lights on it. Yes, but it's also
Yeah, it's
got
got
fucking
car
Vauxhall written on the back. I've not seen a ghost with headlights and a Vauxhall badge.
Sit on that. But this
I'm going to have to mute my mic. Hang
this
on.
is the predicament that we're in, with everyone like, people
Sorry, Viv, I'll shut up.
different things for what we're doing. I can't.
Sorry. Sorry, Viv. I shouldn't have said the Vauxhall.
My stomach's hurting now.
Oh.
Vauxhall.
Start in a minute.
Right. Go on,
Dan,
mate.
Go, carry on,
I'll
Jake.
shut up now. I'll shut up now. Sorry.
So yes, I think people have got to believe, have to start knocking things that it could be, like dust and stuff like that, particles in the air when they go outside. Is it misty rain? Is it fog? I took some pictures when we were last investigation, and there's like a massive smoke when we was at the Ram, but it was quite foggy. It was quite cold, so I've had to knock that off the head. So it's
What's that? You see spirits leave the dead body? No, I agree, Jay. I think, you have to consider taking each and every experience has to be.
I'm not getting roasted, Rita.
Oh, you're getting roasted. Has to be analysed by yourself, doesn't it? You need to come to the conclusion. I had a spirit light on a case which I almost debunked as dust until I watched it go through a door several times.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Why is that spirit showing itself as a round circle of light? Why is it not manifesting itself, like even partially? For example, an arm reaching the doorknob. Do you see what I mean? I
think that when you see spirit like in the little orb or whatever, it hasn't got the energy to form into the type to manifest.
Hang on. I've got photos of dust that I took, and they have a very thick outer layer, bright green and bright blue, really pretty looking, and inside it had a nucleus, and if you zoomed into that, it looked like a face. Clearly dust, because I created the dust thing and then took loads of pictures. But somebody else will argue that till they're blue in the face. No, that's the spirit.
Just different opinions, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would still go out and go, if people said to me, I've just seen an orb, but straight away with that, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't judge them because I've not had the experience they've had. But straight away, I'm thinking, it's fucking dust again. Here we go, more dust. Do you know what I mean? Just clean your house, you dirty bastard.
Yeah, but what if that person might be grieving, though, Dan, and it's their way of reaching
I won't say
out and
that to
asking,
their face.
Yeah,
but you come me with orbs, and I go, yeah, it's amazing.
It's dust.
No, back in my area, I'm thinking, well, I know the bollock. But seriously, I mean, but I've seen things that I'm not saying it's a spirit, not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm saying that, but this thing was self-illuminating, and it had its own energy source in the middle. It could have been a million and one things, but the way that he said, I probably would have thought, I don't know, just some form of night anomaly, which is unusual in itself. Maybe it's a spirit, maybe not. But the one thing that got me thinking that was the one thing that made me rethink that was the trajectory. It was the trajectory of where it could, and he said that goes out there, comes in there, dirty, stands by the door.
What does that open the door? Why does it turn around and come back again?
It's the old landlord, which it could very well have been the old landlord, because people have seen a guy walk the same thing. They walk through the bar, but then
is that why they sort of, You know, the peanuts used to be on a cardboard thing, and they
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
peanut-
yeah,
was
yeah,
it on
yeah,
the
yeah.
door? So
Yeah.
walk up, grab the peanuts, and go back again.
He walked through me dry roasted, very painful. Walked through me nuts, and he shut the door, grab me knob, and then go back behind the door.
Don't start me off again, Dad. Oh, dear.
Ian says,
Go,
"Orbs
and
could
go
be the
through your
ghost
bit
of
of
a
bacon
dustman."
bits.
Oh dear.
Good
Oh,
evening,
sing-
Annette. I hope you're doing well.
Sing to Nettie.
Oh, Nettie, you're really great. Oh, Nettie, will you be my best mate? We can go for coffee and tea. Yeah, yeah. You can even see the money. Yeah, yeah. We can talk about things till the microwave goes ping, and then we can have something to eat. Oh, yeah. Oh, Nettie. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Poor Nettie. Hi, Nettie.
What have you been drinking?
Nothing.
No, I should be. I'm quiet when I've had a drink.
We're going to get Eric to start singing these kind of songs soon. Give him a couple of months, he'll be at it as well.
So, have we come to a conclusion? You most of his bollocks. Right, that's this evening done. See you tomorrow night.
So, Eric, come on, what do you think about these orb things?
Well, I've seen a black one before, like you were talking about.
Mm.
There was watching an investigation online. Somebody that we all know, but it's cool. And I sent you one of that one guy throwing the ball and the orb chasing them.
That's quite unusual.
Mhm.
What, was chasing the ball?
Yeah, chasing the ball.
But
That's
that isn't that
odd.
again creating a dust vacuum where you throw something and that whoosh of air and then
The only
dust is
problem
gonna.
is the orb was like this big.
Oh, bloody, I've never seen one that big. Bloody hell.
Do you know? Uncle Norm used to put out a sandbox, right? I used to laugh at him. He said, "Yeah, you're going to capture orbs in this sandbox," and it's just have this very fine sand in a box. Leave the lid open. Just hide it somewhere. Nobody knew where it was. And he said he'd watch this thing come down the stairs, go around the corner, and it was illuminated. It was quite big and it was blue and it got smaller and smaller in size. Went to the sandbox and then disappeared. At the end of the evening, he picked up the box. There was the imprint of a circle inside the box.
Wow.
Thinking about
Now-
it, right?
What the hell is that? I don't think it's ghosts or spirits.
No.
Thinking about it, right? It also could be a case of that the orb itself, right? When I think about it, and that spirit that was seen go to the door, carry the same action out and walk back through again. If you think about it, that would first thing I would go is, well, do you know what that is? That is the environment is replaying a past action. So therefore, I would think.
But is it?
No, but if that orb is that orb, those orbs that we're seeing that manifest or don't manifest, but have got that intelligence, not the intelligence, but follow a certain direction.
What's the
Is
like
that
replay?
the first manifestation of the replay?
Or is that how you're seeing it? And if, let's say, Jay stood next to you and he was watching it, he wouldn't see the orb. He would see the person. Let's
Well,
Well,
say
the guy
it's how
next to me saw
each
the orb.
person-
We both saw the orb because I said, "Can you see what I'm seeing?" He went, "Yeah." He couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe it. Which made I wonder if it is the first manifestation of a recording. It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
You know, it's an energy, isn't it? It might be. I mean, I'm still loath to think that, but it's worth a thought, isn't it? It's worth a thought.
Let's ask Willie what he thinks of orbs.
What does Willie think of orbs? He thinks a load of bollocks.
Going back to finding what orbs are. Right? Is it dust? You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I've got.
Hi, Brian.
Just chat amongst yourselves. Let me quickly find it. Hang on, 2 secs.
I don't know what we're supposed to check.
Ghosts.
Well, I've seen, like I said before, I've seen a black orb. It was well,
Sorry. The
What?
next put a joke up. You can
Okay.
hear it.
hey, she's a McDonald, huh?
I'll put that back up for Viv in a minute. Evening, Brian. You doing well,
Oh,
brother? Viv, I put that joke up for you. I put a joke up for you. There. Oh,
Right.
you told off by Uncle Ian now.
Nettie, don't you dare behave. You just be yourself. So I have been left a book.
Yes.
In
Was it from Uncle
somebody-
Norm?
Yes, from somebody's estate. And this book he gave to me and said, Vivian, you need to read this.
And you've read it. Orbs.
I had that book.
Yeah, I can actually buy that online.
I had that book.
I've never read it. But it doesn't really tell you what one is. You said what is an orb, and I just wondered if these guys.
We
'Cause
don't
it
know
talks
what an
about-
orb is it?
I think the jury's out, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It talks about the role of a flash on a camera that could create
Yeah,
what
definitely.
appears to be the orb effect. But if that happens with a camera, why can't that work with our own human eyes? Because light comes in different ways. Now, to somebody who's colourblind that sees light differently, that would be quite interesting.
Yeah, but doesn't the camera picks up better because how it's laid out with the mirrors and stuff. But our eyes, if we've got poor eyesight, you're not going to see it, are you?
Well, I don't know.
As well.
See, now, orbs on digital cameras, they could create their own orb effect. We know about that. But what about these cameras that don't use the digital side of it?
Well, you've
You
got
know,
a lot of
the
mirrorless
35
cameras now,
minutes.
haven't you? So they don't get any feedback, sort of, from the thing. So
What about camera?
Dunno.
The film of a camera, because I remember looking at the skull experiment where they didn't even
good
open.
experiment.
They
Great
didn't
experiment.
open the film. It was a 35mm film, still in its packet. They put it in the box. At the end of the experiment, they opened the packet. They took the roll of film straight to the chemist, got it done, got it back, and there's all these.
Yeah. They
Not just orbs.
print, hadn't it, onto the faces,
Yeah.
onto the film, hadn't it?
I don't know. We'll try that because when I get my SLR, when we go, I'll take it with the flash net on it and then see what we get from a digital to a normal one.
Yeah,
you can still buy
35.
them. You can still buy the chuck away cameras, can't you?
Oh God, yeah.
So we'll get one of them
Maybe we should get a couple, Dan.
and then do it that way.
You know, another good thing as well, Polaroid Instamatics.
Yeah, the Polaroid to
did
come out the front.
The old ones,
got
because they
one.
now do. Yeah, that'd be good to use.
Film's
I've got an
not
old
that
one.
expensive for that.
No, and they develop straight away, so you can just shake them, put them down, and then
That's it.
have a look at the Instamatics.
But
Worth
what I
doing.
would like to try is, you know, we're going off topic now. You know, shut up. You
Poor
know,
dog.
like the recorders, you can get the tape ones, can't you?
Oh yeah, the analog. Yeah, much
That's
better
it.
than the. Much better than the.
I'd
I
like
think
to get
they
hold
are.
of one, see what
I've got one.
responses. Oh, you've
I've
got one.
And
Like
it
the
does. It works
responses
better.
that you get.
The only problem is you can't bloody. Well, there is a way probably you can download it. I'm not that tech savvy, but it's downloading it onto so you can then put it on your film.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you play it back and then listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we do know a man that might know.
Which is handy.
Well, you could take a recorder, take a hookup, on audio like you would your headphones. There's double-sided ones, and put it into the computer and record what you're recorded.
Yeah, you can do that. It's nice to get it the first edition, though, isn't it? The first straight off the plate, so that you can then tweak it and stuff, But I do like analog. There's a lot to be said for analog. I think the problem is that with the analog, a lot of people threw the baby out with the water because they didn't consider that. Well, hang on, let's hold on to this and use it as and when, or use it in tandem with digital and see what we get. Oh, Chantel, you're so sexy. When I see you, I'll make sure I've got a Drexy. I know that's very naughty. Ha ha ha, I'm horny. Come around for tea. Beautiful Chantel. There you go.
Oh my God, Chantel. What
I
have you done
know
today?
you're very sexy, but that's why I wear a Drexy, that type of thing.
Drexy?
Durex.
You say she's dirty then?
Entitled. The other entitled is the other one. The other entitled, or the other title for it was, "You must be tight down there. Me Johnny bag's gone missing."
Oh God, Dan, you're terrible.
I'm getting worse. I'm going to be putting a home soon, I would imagine.
Oh, Bryce done it with a Polaroid.
Oh, have you, Brian? Have you? Oh, tell me what type of film you're using. Oh,
Sorry.
if you get a remote control and press the button while your camera phone is open, you can see the infrared flash. A good way to see if remote control needs you back. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, Cliff. Oh, hello, Cliff, by the way.
Hello, Cliff.
So when you see orbs changing direction or going in a certain way,
Oh, we've spoken
no.
about that already.
Yeah, it does move. It can move it right. Hey up, Carl.
Hello, Carl.
Hello, Carl.
Hello, Carl. I wonder what that lump is on his head. That really gets on my nerves. Just bloody shave that bit off.
That's interesting. Bry's put there the I've used the 110 cam Polaroid and mountain phone, all different results, same subject. That's interesting.
Brilliant.
That's what you got to look for, isn't it?
Yeah.
The best one. I think so.
We're recording these. These will be out on Christmas.
Yes.
To download.
Yes.
Dan's new number one.
Number one, but I don't do bum. Right. Hey Viv's Willie, show your pubic hairs to me.
He hasn't got any.
Oh no, of course he's not. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God.
Right. Shall we get back to something serious? You lot have gone totally off topic.
Yeah. There's not much more we can really say, really, is there?
It's not been said. So we've come to the conclusion that we think that 99.99% is nonsense. The dark Doom. Doom?
Should we do half an hour of something that I pick out of here?
Sure.
I'm loving that. Loving it, Ian. Loving it. You got to be my manager, though, Ian. Do you know what, Bright? I think you're absolutely spot on. I absolutely agree with you. I think you're spot on.
Right. Don't go off on one, Dan, okay?
Yeah, but I'm fat, so I'm Danny Bubble, not Michael Bublé.
It's Bublé.
All the way tonight, Danny Bubble.
Right, Dan, don't go off on one.
But don't poke him, or it will be a pop song. Parapsychologists. Oh, Ian, you got to do that, bud. You got to do that.
So what do you think about it? I haven't. I've got the Jar of Doom.
So, parapsychologists, yes. What do we think of parapsychologists?
What do you think of them? Go on,
I love
Eric,
them.
you go.
Go on, Eric, you go first.
Psychology of the paranormal? I don't know.
Proper parapsychologists.
A proper one?
Yeah.
Well, as a psychologist itself, for being paranormal, you got to look at the mental stability of the family, the kids. You know, they have any like history of seeing stuff, everything like that.
You, Joe?
I'm still thinking.
Don't you think too hard? Look at them
Fucking smoke coming out his ears.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
to have his nose.
I can see that smoke, kid.
Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? What do you think, Viv?
Well, a proper psychologist, right? I'm on my bloody case again tonight. So I'm going to have a rant. Not every paranormal investigator is a paranormal psychologist, right?
Oh, I'm with you 100% on that.
You do not do an online course.
Excuse me, Viv. I did an online course for $49.99, and I am now fully fledged. Don't worry about those 7 years to get a PhD and a doctorate.
Bollocks.
I did mine in a fortnight, and I only studied for 10 minutes.
No. So a parapsychologist goes through university, studies quantum physics, social studies. They do all of that studying,
Everything.
degrees coming out of their ears, right? And then they choose the pathway: parapsychology, human psychology, criminal psychology, whatever pathway that, and it takes years. They have to get that psychology degree under their belt first.
Absolutely.
And normally they're working at PhD level at this stage. They are not, they've gone past degree level. And then they choose the pathway of parapsychology, maybe alongside criminal psychology or whatever psychology that they're doing. But it takes years. So to me, when somebody has been to university, has spent best part of their life studying to attain these letters after their name, I give them all the respect that's due to them.
Mm-hmm.
But these people that do an online degree that can take them 10 minutes, if they were worth half their salt, really, pay all this money to get it, means naffle.
Yeah.
What I don't like about parapsychologists, because I do have my dislikes, is when you go and you're put in front of a psychologist. I had one that came out with us, oh God, it was about 7-8 years ago now, and he wanted to do a ghost hunt. He was a criminal psychologist that wanted to dip his toe into the paranormal because he was writing up a paper or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he came out with us. Of course, me and Andy had to go and pick him up. Very nice man, you could tell he was a very well-educated man who worked with category A prisoners of the highest. Okay, so he was already sort of trying to analyze these people.
Yeah.
He then comes out with me, and I'm sitting there very quietly. I don't want him to get into my head. Not that I've got anything to hide, but I don't want him to start analysing me as a person, which sort of put a little bit of an edge to it. Anyway, he came out. He had an experience that he couldn't explain, because when these psychologists come out, they're 9 times out of 10, they're skeptics. They do not believe. They have answers for everything, rational answers. And so when you're telling him, oh, I feel this, I feel that, and he's walking around with me, I'm thinking, oh shit, like, I wish he'd go with somebody else, but he wanted me. For him to say, can you come here? Can you just feel this? I can't explain it. I want to see what you feel. And I then had the same experience as him. Then he was quite happy. We called another person, like a male that was in the team, and he had that experience. And then he said at the end of that, I can't explain it. I experienced it. You experienced it as a female. I had a male there, and I can't explain it. He said, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go home, quite happy, write all this up. But he used it in his papers. And after he got that experience, he didn't come out with us again. He just wanted that one experience because he was doing a paper on something. But to me, there's always this little bit of doubt this seed in my head. Are they there for the ghost hunt, or are they analysing me?
Yeah.
Or the people that are there?
If they're a real parapsychologist, they'll be analysing everything.
Yeah.
You, the ghost hunt, the environment, what's going on, the people, other
Probably
people are
both.
there. Personally, I have a lot of admiration for them because they studied their asses off to get where they are. They put years and years of studying it. It's not an easy degree to get.
No,
really not. Which is why there's only really a handful in the world. There's not that many overall. There's a handful. I mean, Hazel, my wife, she's got a psychology degree, and I know how freaking hard she worked to get that.
Yeah.
And she hasn't. I mean, to then get another 2 or 3 degrees on top of that qualify you to become a parapsychologist, pisses me off when people go online and go, I'm a parapsychologist. I did a diploma. No, you're not a parapsychologist. In the same way it used to piss me off when people come to the zoo and they go to, like, one guy I worked with, he went, oh, do you know what, Dan? I told him I got my money, I got it cheaper because I'm a zoologist. I knew he didn't have a degree. I went, you know what? I'm a zoologist. He went, Oh, no, you're not. Yeah, he went, we're zoologists. I went, no, we're not. We're zookeepers. I said, a zoologist goes to university for years to study.
Mhm.
I said, no,
Yeah.
of course, you can't. I said, what you are is a liar. I said, you can't be doing that. You're a liar. And anyway, if you have an accident and they check and you're not a zoologist, they'll do anything to get out of paying the, you know. But anyway, the thing is, I've got a lot of degree, and the thing is, people say, well, what did they? Like I saw Bryce say, where's Bryce?
So what's the para?
No, there was. If we haven't proved the existence, how can we be qualified? Simple reason is, Bryce, they're qualified in the study of it. So they're the ones that come forward with a lot of the answers, a lot of the, like, we wouldn't know half of the stuff that you see ghost hunters run around and they're shouting stuff out. Oh, this is that experiment. We're doing this experiment. All of those experiments have basically been initiated by parapsychologists.
Mm-hmm.
Those things that we're doing are a lot of parapsychologists have initiated them. And so what they're doing is the study of the paranormal. Doesn't mean that they know. A lot of them put their hands up and go, well, all of them put their hands up and go, we don't know. And that's the truth of a good parapsychologist.
If you're going to do a diploma,
all depends on who you do it through, Ian.
Yeah, don't do it online because there's too many charlatans out there.
Mhm.
There are plenty of colleges and good schools that would take you on to do a diploma.
Well, Dr.
so
Kieran
doing it
O'Keefe runs a diploma course for you.
Yeah.
Can't get better than him.
Ted Van Son says, hello, all orbs are garbage. Sorry. Don't be sorry.
You know what, Ted? You've got nothing to
We're
be
all
sorry
to-
about, buddy. That's
No.
your opinion. Absolutely your opinion. Nothing wrong with that.
Ian says they will definitely analyse Dan's singing.
And find it to be not normal.
So what did Hazel analyse you as? Just simple.
I only think she went out on me because I was a case study. She met me when she was leaving work and I was peeking through some windows.
Oh dear, you are funny.
That story of that this guy was looking for his lost cat
Paranormal.
in the backyard, and he ends up going into the yard. Have you seen my cat? And so they started dating after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you got 2 bits pussy. Right. Right.
Marcus disappeared. He was going to tell us what he thinks
He's
of
gone.
parapsychology.
Oh, I
Doesn't
don't know.
know, does
What's
he?
this young Ian Varro? Doing a diploma doesn't make you parasite. Oh, sorry, you just read that. So I beg your pardon. Yeah, exactly. But I get pissed off with people that turn around and go, you know what? It's the difference between being the actual real Captain Kirk and cosplaying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Really? That's the difference, you know.
Oh, he just really slouched
saw his
down that
elbow.
sofa then. Yeah, when he sat down, the bloody camera moved.
No, it doesn't mean they're an expert. It just means that they're an expert in the study of it, not an expert.
No.
No, we can't be experts. Nobody really knows the truth.
I'm an expert to know that shirt that Parker's wearing is fit for the dustbin.
I know. You're an expert. I'm a pervert. What are you? Oh, look, he's got the bloody thing turned off.
Mm.
Show me has got the camera turned off with that shirt on.
No.
What do you think of that shirt, Eric?
What are you saying?
I don't know.
We're just discussing that.
It's
horrible
nice.
thing
Just
he's
take away the R.
Dan's going blind again.
Oh.
Take the word shirt, take away the R, and you've got your answer. Shit.
done. So,
You want to swap that for an Arsenal one?
No, you're
Yeah.
right.
no.
I'll buy you an Arsenal. I'll buy you a nice Arsenal one.
What was that? What was the conversation? Sorry.
Yeah, what do you think about parapsychologists?
Well, I work with a crime one, so I know what they're good at their job.
Are you scared of them?
I wouldn't say scared, but they're there, if that makes sense, because they're present. They're either quite skinny or they're in the gym quite beef and all look at me, strut around in their suit all day. They come off like with a bit of the attitude that my shit don't stink. Excuse the French. Do you know what I mean? So it's yes, I've got a lot of time for them because obviously, like I said, they studied for 8-9 years to where they've got. But yeah, it's just I don't know. They're good what they do, pretty much. That's all I got to say.
They're shit hot at what they do. They're
I've
shit
seen
hot at what
one.
they do,
You know, I don't know if like the rest are like that. So you know, you see one person in the psychology in one way, are the others like that? If that makes sense. But
yeah, you bet it's not any. I suppose it's like any field, isn't it? You're always going to get idiots.
yeah,
You're always going to get the knobhead.
yeah.
You know, it's normally me.
So, Eric, what do you think about people? So these psychologists, they must look at the ghost hunter per se. They must look at them and think that, God, there's some people out here that are right nutcases that have
Oh, come on, Viv,
are
we do.
showing signs of personality disorder where 1 minute, like especially these so-called mediums that are not, 1 minute they're this person, next minute it's this, and you see the whole demeanor and the voice even changing. I've noticed that quite a lot. Not just with the mediums, but even with normal ghost hunters. It's like when you put a K2 in their hand, bing, they're a different person. And then I have to stand back and watch them and think, and I say to Dan, look at that idiot over there.
How many times, Viv, have we been out, and you've probably done the same, Eric, and you have, Jay. How many times have you been in an investigation, looked at somebody, thought, what the hell was going on with her or him?
Yeah,
They're clearly not right.
I think
Clearly
what
not
done
right.
me. We did an investigation the second time I went out with Viv many moons back ago, and we was in this shed, and we had like the grid.
We're in a shed together, me and
Yeah.
Jan.
Hello.
We was in the shed, and we had the
Was it the
grid
love shack?
on the back on the back of the wall.
It's the love shack. Sorry.
And one of I can't remember. I know who it was, but I'm not mentioning no names. Her friend or his friend, they went like proper deep into it, saying that he was getting taken over, and Viv was like, "Have you got a bottle of water? Have a bottle of water." So took him out. Like said to like him or whatever that I will have to get involved if you do think it's anything. And no, he said no, you got to, and he was like, oh, I don't feel well, don't feel great. And he was like, right, okay, well, you've had your chance, now I've got to see what it is. And pretty much called him a liar, not a liar, but it's like you're not, it's just all for show.
Acting.
Yeah.
We had it on the investigation that we went on. When was it, last year, Viv? The big one at the galleries. They do. They absolutely do. It's absolutely spot on. It's spot on, Ian. We had it at the Galleries of Justice when, Viv was there.
Oh my God! I had to bloody sort that person out.
Yeah, it was a debacle, embarrassing.
Do you know what? All it was I took them outside and said, breathe, calm yourself down. Didn't actually do anything. Calm yourself down. Do you feel better? Oh, have a sip of water. And miraculously, they felt fine. Weird.
I'll show you how bad it was. Even I was embarrassed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll show you how bad it was.
Bad then.
It was bad. It was bad. Almost to the point of apologising to the guest who'd come a long way.
Let's mention Brian. Brian J.K. No, bless him.
Yeah, what a lovely man he is. What a lovely man.
Hi, Sarah.
Hiya, Sarah.
Let's sing to Sarah. I'll sing to Sarah. Hi, sexy Sarah Louise Davies.
Sexy Sarah. Go on.
Sexy Sarah.
Sexy Sarah. She's one hot chick. Oh,
super sexy Sarah. Oh,
there
yeah.
You go.
Oh, yeah. I wish I was like Sarah. Super sexy woman.
Sarah. What a lovely woman she is. A little bit of scat there for you, Sarah. When I say scat, I don't mean dog poo. I mean, that's scat singing.
I hope we made you laugh.
Hope you're doing well, Sarah. Hope everything's going swimmingly in your world, my dear.
Eric, you got to sing. Super sexy Sarah's in the house.
Rita's put there it is.
We're giving everybody nicknames. Super sexy Sarah.
Super sexy Sarah. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Sarah.
What about Nettie? What nickname are we
Chin
going to
up,
give Nettie?
girl. Chin up.
Nettie's
Nettie.
nickname.
Where's Nettie?
What nickname
I sang
are we
to
going to give
Nettie.
her? What's her nickname?
Look.
Come on the show. Get yourself a nickname. Super Sexy Sarah.
I'm trying to think of it. Yale.
What?
Yale.
Yale?
Yale
Yeah,
lock.
she's a lock. Yale.
Call her Yale.
Yale.
Lock up.
We
Lock.
don't,
Yours is always going to be in it because, you know.
Ian is just English. That's all. We know his nickname already. English Varro.
You got to do it, bud. You got to do it. What was I going to say? No, nicknames are nice. I used to have a few nicknames at school. Prick, wanker, fat tosser. That was a good one. And you know what? And that was just the teachers. So,
Well, I got to give Eric a nickname.
here he comes, fat wanker. Hello, sir.
Chin up.
Eric is the Viking.
Eric's the Viking.
Parker. What can we call Parker? Parker looks like he should be on The Only Way is Essex.
What?
Did he? He's Joey Essex's cousin.
Hey, it's thick enough.
Have you heard of Joey Essex?
We are
Eric?
joking, by the way, guys. We love him. You know we love him anyway. No, Dan, no. What can we call him, Net? What can we call Nettie?
Yale.
Yeah,
Yale.
Chubb's my name. If Annette brings a friend, they should be called Keith. It's a bit hard, sorry, Nettie. It's like being back at school again, isn't it?
That was a really good film.
Only so
Why not?
Like you wouldn't, Ian. You'd be the first
Yeah,
up there.
yeah. Well, we've got a few nicknames for Parker, but we can't mention them on here.
No, that is true. That is true.
I was called the extra testicle.
Oh,
Extra
yeah,
testicle.
E.T., the extra testicle. Bollocks, go home! Bollocks, go home!
Who's got 3 testicles?
No,
Eric has.
no, 'cause
Eric's got 3.
E,
Have you got 3 testicles, Eric? Eric, the testicular Viking!
Why has this show reduced itself to
Oh, I don't know.
bloody hell?
Ridiculous, isn't it? Eric is that bad Santa. Perfect. Hi, Laura.
Hello.
Are you doing well? Eric is bad Santa, Father Christmas, skinny brother that goes boo 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 to the ho ho ho.
Oh, I like that.
Peter only had one. He kept it in the Albert Hall.
You know why? It's because Eric had the other one.
He did. Rolling the ball, says Nettie. Rolling the ball. Well, is that your new nickname, Net? Is that what you want? We call rolling the ball.
She just wants you to notice the bush.
Oh, right, fair enough. I used to roll my R's until the police said stop doing it outside the school.
God's sake.
Nettie,
Oh.
no, this is Nettie. Anyway, let's get back to being sensible.
Yes.
I can't. I can't.
wait for that.
Anyway, we talk about parapsychologists next week because we've covered an awful lot of it this week.
Well, we've done parapsychology this week and we've done Orbs this week. Well, the
2 in
Orbs didn't
1.
last very long. Yes. Right. Who wants to pick out the jar of doom?
I love it, Sarah. And Annette and her friend should be on charge. Everyone can be under lock and key. Love it.
Yes.
That was a good show.
It's
It was,
enjoyable.
wasn't it? Who's picking?
I don't want to pick it.
No, me either.
Number 3.
Parker, you're picking it. Tell me when to stop. Get
Stop.
my fingers right in there. Oh, God. I've got
That's what
loads.
Dan says.
Send the actress to the bishop.
I've got 2.
One.
Send the actress to the bishop.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
You've been on with parapsychologists. That's an interesting one.
And see there,
Nettie
there's a
will like
black.
that one.
See this one here? It's got a black dot on it. Oh God, where is it?
Where?
Yeah.
Oh,
The black dot is parlay because I'm a
that's the
pirate.
pirates thing, isn't it?
Pirate.
Parlay.
Black spot. Got you there, a black spot.
Got you in a black spot.
Patience of eight. Patience of eight. If you got 3 balls, does that make you reliable? Hey, very, very apparently, Ian. It makes him very reliant.
Like Reliant Robin.
Trouble is, he falls over going round corners.
Yeah.
Well, testicles are all just, some have them, some don't know.
Well, it's like the boobies.
Absolutely right, Chantel.
Boobies are orbs because you got that bit in the middle. The nipple.
The nipple.
It has the face in there.
The nipple.
Nipple. Oh yes.
Oh yes. There you go. Excellent. So that's
what
next week's one, isn't it?
That's next week's Incubus and Succubus.
Let's do that. Let's do it now. Then we get 3 afterwards.
3 in 1.
3 in 1.
Oh, Lois will love that one next week.
Where is my ginger friend?
I don't know.
She was having a hard time last week. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what? You want to go this way? Go that way.
Everyone seems to be suffering. Oh,
Yeah.
you've got Pussycat there.
Yeah.
Midnight.
You sure she's not landing the gutter with some alcoholic pop?
No, I reckon.
Midnight.
That's what she does. She loves a booze, doesn't she?
Oh, she's up there.
Yeah.
Where's John?
Yeah, where's John?
He's downstairs lording it.
Talking.
He's lording it. He's guarding his tree because Sophie's been in the box part of the tree and he don't like her going up there.
I've told you, it's Daniel Bubble.
Daniel Bubble.
And yes,
Yeah,
I can shake them at Christmas.
He's going to bring out his album and his backing singers are going to be me, Parker, Eric and Lo.
Yeah. And you've got to go,
Singers.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the silly dance I used to do.
The silly dances, yeah. Ian's going to be our roadie manager and everything like that.
What's the matter, Sabrina?
Right.
So, it's at 8 o'clock. Do you want to carry on?
Can
Go on
do.
for a bit longer? Go on for a bit longer.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Do you
It's
know
going all
Ludwig?
right, isn't it?
Ludwig was an orb.
What, the trombone thing?
Nobody knows about Ludwig apart from us.
No,
'cause we
nobody
are
knows
of a
about
certain
it.
age.
Eric won't because Eric's in the States, isn't he? And Jay wouldn't because Jay, I don't even know, Jay probably wasn't even born when
Oh
when
my
it was
God. Can you
out.
imagine? Should we do this, Dan, at Christmas?
We were looking at doing one at Christmas, weren't we?
Shall we do a little...
Load of investigators.
Well, honestly, we might put something up on the wall for Christmas. We might do something for Christmas, like a little song.
If
Jay
we
will
could
get
use
all
it to raise
dressed up.
money.
Yeah.
Balls, jingle balls.
Joe was going to yeah, he'll take the money and bugger off.
Yeah, I think it'll be good fun.
Yeah, we definitely got you something sorted for Christmas one.
Or Halloween.
Or Halloween, yeah. Or we're going to have a word with you about Halloween, actually.
Oh, God.
Yeah, need to have a word.
You may as very well say, oh, God.
Oh, God. Are we going up north?
Lincolnshire, I think.
Are we going further? I thought we were going further.
Lincolnshire's good, isn't it?
I thought we were going to Scotland to be in a particular place.
Oh, we're going. Is that what we're doing it then?
I'll talk to you later about it.
Yeah. Jay's coming.
Good.
He's better. You better get Halloween off.
So do you drive up there or do you take the train?
Drive.
Drive
It's easy with all the kit. You got all your kit and stuff. It's easier to just
That's true.
get it in the back of a vehicle and drive. It's quite a distance, isn't it? I mean, it's nothing like driving America is like you can go for days, can't you? Over here,
You know what? William,
about 9 hours.
if he's still in the chat, I've got to hand it to that man. He drives and drives and drives. He's like a machine. He just goes until he gets there. 6 hours he'll go driving and think nothing of it.
I know. It's a
Ain't
massive,
got
The man's just, the man is amazing, honestly.
America's a continent, isn't it? That's why the cars used to be so big in the 50s, wasn't it?
Yep.
For comfort, because the travelling, people used to go on holiday in a bloody great big caddy or something.
4 balls is better than 3, I suppose. 4 balls. So, Chantel, we have got a program over here called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and they're filming
in
a
South
Legends version in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Are they?
Yeah.
They are, yeah.
Nice. Nice. Are they
Makes me wanna
BBC or
go.
ITV?
ITV.
Oh, I'm glad. I was going to say the BBC wasting money sending people on jollies. That's true. You might never get there with trains. I love a train.
Oh, yeah, you did. Ian did as well. Oh, my God. Ian absolutely.
Where did
he's a
you drive
trooper.
from?
He drives from all the way down south at a seaside town.
Not 7 hours to get to us, though, is it?
Well, he went up towards Derby, Nottingham, all that area. That's about 7
Yeah,
hours.
he did.
then,
Yeah. I was just saying because it takes me a couple of hours to get to his place. We need to pop up there, Viv, at some point.
Yes, we need to meet up with Ian as well. Bless him.
Yeah, have a chat with young Ian.
Young English. Parker!
Young English.
Right, Bill.
Howdy doody, Wild Bill. Coming to an Etsy shop near you. Speedo with pockets for all 3 boys.
Brilliant.
I'm all right.
There's plenty of room at the front for inflation, if you get my drift.
Oh, my God. M25, yeah.
M25, yeah. M25. I was a bastard, M25. I'll get out and punch it. Yeah, bastard. Keep me stuck in traffic. It always wins.
It does.
You never beat it.
So Dan wanted to, at the weekends, on the way back from where I was, Dan's been asking about this particular level crossing
Yes.
close to where I live.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this.
I've found the level crossing, and Andy drove the van, the pikey van down the... Yes.
Did he?
Yes, I know exactly where it is when you're ready to go.
The pikey van.
Pikey van, yeah, it's black.
Did you
pikey
pull
van.
over and ask to see if you could do some tarmacking on people's drives?
I'll tell you what, that road didn't need tarmacking.
I bet it does. Is it as creepy as it is made out to be, or is it?
I'll tell you more about it off air.
Cool. That is a definite must.
Here he is. Who was asking for John?
Me.
Wait, there's more order now, and you're getting 3 at the price of 2, shipping not included. Hello, John.
All right, John.
Oh, look. John tells filthy.
Oh, look! Johnny Pussy.
Oh, look!
You won't.
Oh, cute.
Sweeties.
No, they're called pussycats.
Oh, sweeties.
Listen.
Oh, that makes me want to go back to what do you call it now? The castle.
Oh, God. You want that cat.
I love that cat.
Oh, I saw the picture of the cat.
Oh, mate,
Sexy
she was
Sarah.
beautiful.
Sexy Sarah, there is something wrong with my cat. He shags a cover.
There's nothing
He's
on
got
that.
his own little blanket that he shags. My cat's just... Aren't you, John? What's that? Yeah.
You can guarantee that, Chantel, can't you?
Do you want to see his third eye?
Mm.
Oh, hang on. He's nudged me. I've lost you all.
No, we can see you.
I've got you back.
I can see one eye. One cat eye there like that.
John, get over in your corner over here. Come on. That's it. Good boy. You saw his eye then.
His eye.
Yeah. Watch the traffic. That's a good boy.
Watching birds.
We need to do an investigation on the lighthouse.
Oh, yeah, doesn't it? It looks like a pucker, doesn't it? It looks like a pucker in one. So bad, that is. All I see is the old pouting starfish.
John.
Terrible.
John, get back over here.
Any sausage roll.
John, see, my cat is just a pain in the ass. He just wants my hands all the time, and he's
It's
not
all
having them.
right.
No, because he dribbles over the keyboard. It's not very nice. Cat slime. Nah.
No, cat slime.
Yeah, Batman.
So we done Orbs tonight, and we done Parapsychologists.
What's on tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is me and Dan. We may or may not have a couple of guests on tomorrow. We shall wait and see. We'll just see if they'll be able to.
People are having to get back at the last minute, aren't they? Because they're so busy.
Yeah, because we've had bank holiday as well, so people have been off. So me and Dan will be on there talking some shite again, most probably. But we do have some really good guests up and coming. We're quite lucky with some of the guests that are coming on. I can't let the cat out of the bag here just yet.
No, some good ones though.
Yeah, some really good ones. So, and we are working on some others. Also, don't forget we are on YouTube as well. So if you can like and subscribe our YouTube channel, you'll find us Simply Spooky. There are things being uploaded all the time. There's loads more to be uploaded, but there are coming in some thick and fast. I've got a couple of frighteners to upload as well from last year, so that would be interesting. What else have we got coming up, Dan?
Oh, I've got to announce we've got a new team member for Striking Midnight, and very excited of this one. Jay, you'll love him. He'll love you as well, I'm sure. He's a lovely guy. I've known him for years. Worked with him for years as an investigator.
Is that Terry?
Terry's lovely as well. Terry's a lovely fella. And this guy's a shit up tech guy. So my failure is that I'm not very good with tech. In fact,
I know, because we're still waiting for the church we did.
What's that?
I said we're still waiting for the video footage that we went to the church.
Is that not up?
No.
Ooh, I'll have to check that then.
And the video.
I'll have to check that.
It's only 2 years late.
Is it 2 years? It's not 2 years, is it?
I think so. It come up on my thing, yeah.
2
Facebook.
years?
Yeah.
I'll get onto that. Sorry, I will check that. But he's coming on. He's tech savvy, so he knows how to cut and loads. He's good. So he's going to be...
It won't take 2 years, though, will he?
He's what?
It won't take 2 years, though, will he?
You haven't met him yet. It'll probably take him 4.
It won't.
He's good.
He's a good lad. He's a good lad.
He's good. He's shit hot. I've only got him on. I've only brought him into the team so that
you don't have to do that.
He can get the blame for things go wrong rather than me. And
no, that means more of us to blame you.
Fucking hell! 30 of you pointing the finger at me. But yeah, no, it's all good. He's a good guy.
All I'll say is, Dan, who broke the petrol pump?
I didn't break it, and I pointed out to her. Did I break it, Jay? It didn't work, did it? It didn't work, did it? The guy, and she came out.
The Wi-Fi.
And she said,
do you know what, Eric?
She said to me, in the middle of where were we? Down in Dorset? No, down in the West Country somewhere. She said, "Oh, you broke it now." And I said, "I haven't broke it. The guy before me couldn't get anything out." "Oh, you broke it now." I said, "What about broke it?" I said, "I'm surprised you even got electricity down here."
Eric, we stopped off to get petrol. Dan gets out, fills the car, rates the petrol pump.
Because I grabbed my third ball, Chantel, that's why.
He broke the petrol pump. He breaks everything.
I didn't break the petrol pump. I did not break the petrol pump. If I'd have broke the petrol pump, I'd be going around boasting, "Yeah, I fucking broke a petrol pump. Me, I'm really shit hot at that. I like breaking petrol pumps. Don't upset me. I'll fucking knock that petrol pump out if it looks at me the wrong way." But no, I didn't do that. It was broke because the guy in front of me, I'll tell you who broke it, if anybody, the guy in front of me slamming it.
Yeah.
It won't fucking work. And then I'm there. Oh, fuck me, it don't work. So, yes.
Did you get your card stuck in the machine?
No, she had the right ump with me, though, didn't she? Because I made that crack about not having electricity down in the West Country. I'm not surprised it hasn't got here yet. And then she remembered, and I'm sure I heard fat fucker. I'm sure. I'm sure I heard that. Not in these trousers.
Honestly, Dan's terrible. Breaks everything.
It's not the balls that I have the problem with, it's the extension.
It was funny.
Oh, good.
That was a good weekend, that. It was a good weekend, that. Frigging snowed, didn't it?
You're the
We all
only
ended up with
person
pneumonia.
I've ever known to break the petrol pump. In all my years of driving, you're the only
I
person
just like
that's
that
done it.
woman's. I like the woman's.
Oh, she had the right ump, didn't she? She was looking at me like...
It didn't really help that I was laughing. I was on the floor.
I know.
pretty
I
much.
know. It was
You jumped out of
unbelievable,
the
wasn't it?
car to get a better view.
And then we went to the CAF, which was literally across the road, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
It was in an old
good
jail,
weekend.
wasn't it? Police lockup.
Was an old jail, yeah. An old jail. That was good, yeah. It was good. It was a good weekend. It was the Christmas one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas weekend.
My birthday weekend, wasn't it?
It's your birthday weekend.
Yeah.
It was your birthday weekend. So no, it was good. It was very, very good.
I'm up purely
Else
for the
slag me
weekend
off.
anyway, Viv. We're going to Cambridge Cemetery to lay some wreaths for the
American Cemetery.
yeah.
Oh, who's going there?
Me and Tony are tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're
At the
Tomorrow?
American War Cemetery.
Yeah, there's
Good.
3 lads. When Tony was doing his because we had two B-17s that crashed. Well, one crashed in Bocking, and they were from Kimbolton. And they one obviously crashed in Essex, and all the 10 crew that were on obviously died. And 3 of the lads are still buried in Cambridge, so we're going to lay some wreaths.
Some
Bless
of the
Some
crew,
flowers.
some of the crew from Hello Mr. Meyer aeroplane that ditched into the North Sea, but all the crew apart from 2 managed to bail out. But it was the pilot and the co-pilot went down with the plane. They did retrieve the engine, which is the memorial that you have there at Ruffin.
That's at Ruffin, isn't it?
Yeah,
but they did put the stones up at the American Cemetery for the pilot and the co-pilot, so they're there as well.
I really hope if they do anything at Ruffin, because I'm a bit suspicious of what's going on there.
Yeah.
If they do anything at Ruffin, like sell it off, I really hope they leave that memorial there.
They've got to, wouldn't they?
I hope so.
It's a war memorial. They have to.
A lot of that was American Air Base, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And a lot of the lads came back from there flying them fortresses, and a couple of them crashed on that runway and died, didn't they? A few of them died. I think one came back. They couldn't dislodge the bombs, could they?
No.
His landing gear didn't come down, did it? It got damaged, and the bomb was still on board. So when he did land, the whole plane went up.
That's sad. So sad.
There is a field that I think me and you've driven past it, Dan, where Lancaster came down, and of course when it hit, everything disintegrated, but the parts of the plane are still in the field. We'll have to go up there one day and see if we can find anything that the farmers churned over.
I've got a big chunk of B-17 prop, haven't I?
Have you?
Do you remember? I bought it off of what's his name?
Yes.
And he painted like the American, like the American pop, like they used to have the pin-up girls on the side.
Yeah.
He painted that with B-17. It'd come off of the crash.
The pop-up.
Yeah. It'd come off the plane. It crashed.
Yeah. What is it? 85 years after the war finished.
Yeah, I've got it there. I want to give it to a museum actually, because it's sitting out there and it's not doing anything. So I'd like to give it to an aircraft museum.
Give it to Ridgewell.
The Finland Aviation Museum.
Oh yes, that's good.
They've got a lot of the Nazi memorabilia in there as well, because lots of those planes got shot down and stuff, and people forget about them.
The thing is, it's a piece of a war grave, and I know they were killed in it, and I've got a piece. I mean, I don't mind having it; it's a lovely thing, but I think it'd be better if other people saw it for what it was,
Mhm.
and try and remember the people, the young lads that were, because they're only young men, weren't they?
Yeah,
That went
19.
down.
Yeah.
Kids.
But imagine,
Never left home before. Come all the way over here to England to defend, and then get killed. I think the least you can do is remember these boys.
Chantel, honestly, we'd be a lot safer with Dan not doing it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I would go for a job as a petrol pump attendant.
Oh my God, Dan.
yeah, it'd be funny.
Hello? Is that SO? Yeah, I've done it again.
But
That's
the
pretty bad.
cool. Just imagine living in the tower at Ruffin.
Were they? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
We're in America.
They took them down.
Yep. They tore them down. Not the government either. People that
People.
want to deal with the history, like especially in the South. Oh my God, a lot of them went
Especially
down to
all
the
them.
generals and everything else. They tore the statues down.
But that's history, man. You can't.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
Give it to me.
You know what? History's ugly, but history's also beautiful, and we need to keep it.
It's hillbillies
Yeah.
for you.
Where else but America?
You can't say that, Parker.
I hope nobody's touched what you call it. That there's a beautiful war memorial in the States to all the young lads and that were killed in Vietnam. There's that big, it's like gleaming marble black, and it's got all their names on it. I hope nobody's touched that.
No, that's still there.
Good. But that was
But
like
you
when
know,
they came back from Vietnam, wasn't it? They got treated like crap.
Yeah.
But look what happens at Wounded Knee, where they're fighting over that. Even now, there was that big massacre at Wounded Knee. And they're wanting to get rid of that, aren't they? They're just trying to sweep that under the carpet, and it got quite big where celebrities got involved and stand for Wounded Knee.
You have
so they
to.
haven't been able to take it down. But
You have
you
to.
know,
Is that the one with the flag on the hill, isn't it?
no, Wounded Knee is where all the Indians got massacred, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
They said about the what you call it as well, the discrepancy with the rebel flag, the Confederate flag, didn't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
At the end of
ridiculous.
that, that's just a battle flag.
They're still moaning about that now, aren't they?
That's just a battle flag, though, isn't it? That's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You know.
Do you know
All
what?
right, it was
Right.
around in the times of slavery, but that wasn't representative of slavery. That was just a battle flag.
It was a battle flag, wasn't it?
Yeah. And you know what? They doing the same over here, Dan, with the St. George's Cross flag.
I
They're
know.
saying that now a symbol of racism, and we shouldn't be using it. Only the Union
Disgusting.
Jack flag, which I think is disgusting. The St. George's Cross flag is to do with our patron saint, St. George, and he's not even English. You know, he's our
No, he's
patron
Turkish,
saint.
isn't he, or something? Isn't he?
Yeah, or Greek or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's one of them. Yeah.
So,
But do you know what annoys me is the fact that it's just history, and the thing is slavery's been going on since time immemorial. White people, black people, whatever you are, Chinese people, whoever they are, everybody's been enslaved because that was what conquering armies and so we were enslaved, weren't we, by the Romans?
Yeah.
By the French.
Yeah, well, gladiators.
Still don't like the French.
Loads
The
of
Romans
slaves.
are all right. The Italians are all right. I can't stand the French.
No.
But we were enslaved by them, weren't we? Lots of our people were sent abroad.
Je ne sais
You
quoi.
wouldn't have done that. Weird name, got a lot more than the wound. Did get a lot more than the wounded knee.
Yep.
There you go. See, they're just battle flags. People take it all out of context. It's like when I saw a woman. She went, a black lady actually. She went berserk because they had a model of the General Lee outside this showroom. It was one that was screen used, and they were really proud of it because it was only one of the ones that survived because they wrecked the rest of them. And she went mental. Oh, it's racist. It's not. No, love. It's a Confederate
It's not racist, is it?
flag. It's a battle flag. That's all it is. You know, it's like I think people take things out of context. We can all
Do you
get
think
the
it's education? Like I say, like with paranormal, I'm just using it in general terms now. Education. If we don't have these statues up, even if it was this person did get a lot of slaves, and you know, if that person's statue is up there, not to commemorate him, is so we don't forget what happened. Yes, it's got him there.
Do you know what? I agree.
Yeah.
And the
But
thing
we
is,
should
well,
never forget.
well,
We should leave it there.
You know what I'm like with racism, Bill. I detest it. I think
Yeah.
it's abhorrent. I don't think there's any place for it on the planet. People are people. I don't care where you come from. You bleed, shit, crap, die, cry, and everything's the same. We all do the same, right?
Yeah.
I haven't got a problem with people. But it just pisses me off that they take these things as a stand. I mean, if you want to be funny, if they want to be funny, like I'm come from my family are Irish. All right, they're English for back centuries, but they're Irish as well. And the thing is that the Irish were taken as indentured slaves or indentured servants, so they were paid a minimal fee, but they weren't allowed to do anything. And there were some of them that were taken as slaves during the 19th century. Do you know what? That was then. How are you, if you keep bringing these subjects up, how are you going to get past it?
Dan, I think if people are bringing these subjects up, it's because they don't want to see what's under their nose today.
Mhm.
So there is still slavery that happens today.
Oh, God, yeah, loads of it. There's loads of it
A
going on.
lot of it in the sex industry that people don't
Even
want to
here,
recognise.
we have girls are kept, Eastern European girls and Asian girls are kept here for the sex, which is horrific, for the sex trade. But they won't do that. They won't protest against that. They'll protest about something that ended 200 years ago. Forget it. Forget it. Do you know what I mean? People are different now. People were different back then. You know, they weren't. A lot of them probably weren't very nice people.
So how would you feel about, like, I'm going to ask each and every one of you in turn, how would you feel about investigating a reputably haunted property that had slavery connotations to it?
I'd be fine with that, because if there were slaves there, if it was something like in America, we haven't got it here, but they had the underground, didn't they? You had the railway, the underground railway, and I think it's good because I think it gives those souls a voice if they can.
Yeah,
it gives them an opportunity.
And
you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's like saying, well, we don't want to investigate that because they were black people and they were slaves and they got no interest or value. No.
What about you, Eric?
I've seen shows that actually do that kind of investigation, and they've got some really good stuff from the underground, you know, from spirits that have been through there. This one guy just found out recently that he had a storage space, you know, for the underground.
That's interesting. When people find that, they don't even know they've got it, and somebody comes, like a historian comes along and goes, oh, yeah, that was the underground.
Come in, and the guy said that, and that period of home, that space shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
See, they're going about the South and they're going about racism and that, but there was a lot of good people in the South that wouldn't hold with it. That created that underground and made sure there's a network going right the way to the state escape to the North. And to be honest with you, at that particular time, I don't even think the North was that nice to them.
Well, the problem with tearing all that stuff down and trying to forget the past is that you're destined to repeat it, and that's the problem.
Yes.
It's like they said to who's the actor, Morgan Freeman. They said to him, they said, how do we forget about racism when we stop talking about it? And that's the answer, isn't it? You got to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Stop. We see colour. If I see a black man, I don't say, oh, I don't see black. Of course I see black. Because that's visually what I'm looking at. The same as he sees a white man. You can't change what you're looking at.
No.
But all I see is he's a black man, but he's a white, but it don't matter.
But
no matter what colour they are.
About history. We shouldn't stop talking about history. We should learn from it. And that's what people don't do.
I've got a family that are as white can get. They're complete pricks. People, you get it across the board, don't you? Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was the other way round, to be fair.
No, they had a lot. The North was they didn't treat them.
I thought the South
well either.
Was a lot more racist than the North.
That's because the history is written by the winner, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is, I mean, I suppose this is where people get things wrong. In our family over in India, we still have servants. And we've been told that we keep slaves. Actually, we're paying them, and they've got bed and lodgings, and they live and eat with our family, like, all right, not with our family, but within the home.
Yeah.
They have their own place, and they're treated quite well. They used to fight to try and get a job when we had an opening years ago to try and come and work for us.
Yeah.
You know, and people look down the nose at us because we have, you know, different country.
Them anything and actually paying them a wage, you know.
Yeah.
I think the problem is right now. The problem now is, and I'm saying it probably America, in particular, it seems to be in America. What they do is they tell people, white middle class people, say to black people, you've been harassed, you've been treated like crap. Let me be your voice piece. And black people generally most of the time are like, well, I don't want you to do that because while you're doing that, you're treating me like a victim. And when I see myself like a victim, I'm going to do what you do. I'm going to follow and copy you because I don't want to be I want to be a victim. But they don't. Do you know what? Back in the 1950s, they were saying in America, there's a lot of problems with a lot of black people will tell you this. A lot of problem with black families not having a dad in the house, right? Yeah, okay, so that's the problem, right? But the thing is, 1950s and 1960s, what they don't tell you is that black people were exactly the same as the white people. There was a father, a mother, there was etiquette, there was rules and regulations, exactly the same as any other American family. But they don't want you to see that. People pick and choose what they want you to see.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it fits their narrative, they'll use it. If it doesn't, they'll throw it out. People are people. It's black, white, orange, purple, whatever you are. You're a person. We're all the same.
We all bleed the same. We
Gay,
all
straight,
bleed
bisexual, transgender. We're all people.
Doesn't matter.
When people forget that. People forget that we're all human. And that's the problem.
By the way they act. If you act disrespectful, I'm going to treat you as that person. If you act good, then I'm going to treat you as that person.
Exactly that. Exactly. And if you do that, you're not going to go far wrong.
No. But I have to ask everybody. I have to ask everybody. Just changing the subject before we get so political. Did you watch the King's coronation?
I did.
This weekend. What did you think, Eric?
I liked it. I mean, I like watching all that stuff. You know.
Did you watch it, Judge? Or were you working?
Background though, with the hooded figure and the staff or whatever it was.
I didn't watch it, but I saw a lot of criticism yet again about it, and people moaning on social media and stuff that he shouldn't be the king, he shouldn't be this, he's looking after the rich than the poor and all that bollocks.
He's got no political standings. He's got no say.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Not supposed to.
No.
But did you see that?
I don't like him.
On TikTok, there was on TikTok. Did you see when they come into in the Abbey and that woman in the black dress walked past?
I didn't see that.
If I see it, I'll send it.
Was it a woman, or I thought it was a guy in a hooded cape or whatever?
That's what they think it's spiritual.
Well,
I wouldn't know. There's a lot of stuff goes on.
I watched it, and he is the rightful heir to the throne. And it is a long-standing ritual in history that happens. And whether we like him or not, it's his seat on the throne. However long he is there for, it doesn't matter. But there is a tradition and a process. People were contentious about Camilla. They don't like Camilla because they live in the Diana days. Well, we don't know.
I don't mind her, actually. I think she's all right.
I found out about Camilla, and it was a few years ago, actually, that quietly and away from all the spotlight, she goes and visits. It's the aged, in the care homes and things, and she does a lot for the older generation. And for that, I love her. I think it's a lovely love story. She is now our Queen Consort, so she is Queen, and it doesn't matter. They are good for tourism. And that's about it, really, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing William and Kate on the throne, hopefully in my lifetime, but if not, so be it. It's just an English tradition that we have over here, our royal family. I mean, years ago, we would kill the king, take the throne for ourselves, but those days are long gone. But it's something that we have here. It's a tradition that we should keep. Whether we like the king or not is a relative.
Do you know what? The thing that annoys me is people going, yeah, but the money they bring in. Do you know Legoland brings in more money than them?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Brings in more money than them.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because what annoys me is people get the world, not just us, but I'm concentrating on us because we're English and the crown. There's people that can't afford to feed their kids. There's people who can't afford heating. There's people who can't afford gas, can't afford their rent or mortgage. People are losing their houses. They're losing their jobs. They're losing everything they've worked their bollocks off for, worked hard for. Families are being destroyed because of it, right? And he's having a £200 million party.
Is he really?
Well, that's what it cost.
That's the whole thing cost.
And to be honest with you, I would think that when his mum died, that should have come on end. That's it. Done.
I think
no more.
I think
done.
having
Because
flying in all those
thing with him,
dignitaries
Viv,
didn't need to
the
happen.
thing with him, Viv, is he's too political. He's
Yeah,
in with
he
the
is.
WEF. He's in with the World Economic Forum. He's pointing his finger and telling people what to do. I'm sorry, you're a figurehead. You haven't got any power anymore, really. You're
Do you
just
think
there.
Do you think he'll do it now he's king? Because now he's king, he's not allowed to.
He's still at it. He's in with Klaus Schwab in the
Oh, my
WEF.
God.
He's the top man there. And not only that, let's clear it. Let's be clear. Look who he knocked around with.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Savile,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
King Nonce, a couple of others, right? Kiddie Fiddlers and what have you. His brothers are, let's be honest, a nonce because he's been caught on what's his name's island,
Yeah.
right, with him, right, and young girls, right? Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Absolute scum. And the thing is, right, and I know when I was in the Navy, I knew a guy who'd served on a boat that, and their military service is about 2 days and then they go back and you don't see him for a year. He went onto a boat that my mate was on and pushed my mate out of the way and treated him like shit.
Whoa.
Right.
Wow.
Another friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name, was a royal bodyguard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've known him for years. And he said, the family are nice. Andrew's a prick.
Yeah.
He said, Andrew will come in and say, I'll give you an example. He'll bring a girl in with him. Now, at the time, I wasn't thinking, but clearly it's Maxine Ghislaine.
Yeah.
And he's bringing her in. He said, we want to go through this gate. And, of course, the bodyguard says, you can't go through that gate, sir, because Her Majesty or the Queen has said that she wants that gate. Well, I want it open. I'm sorry, sir, but I take my orders from your mother. We'll fucking see about that. I'll have your job, he went, you piece of shit. Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is what he's like. He went, well, you can have what you want. He went, but rules is rules. And, of course, he went to his mum and he came back. He didn't say anything, but he wouldn't talk to him again. That's the sort of prick he is. That's the sort of pricks they all are.
Yeah.
Mm.
They got this, I'm sorry, but that money, that 100 million and those houses they've got, Buckingham Palace, somebody said to me the other day, the kids and Hazel, what would you do with it? I said, I'll tell you what I would do with it.
Turn it into
I
flats.
said, I'd get it into flats. I said, no, I would get, and what I would do there, I would get on the side of it, I would have built a rehabilitation unit there, physical, and I would also have a psychiatric unit there with the best doctors in it. And what I would do is people coming back from battle zones that were suffering, I'd give them a flat in there and go, and then you take your ticket and you go down there and you can get your psychological. So they're all there.
All there.
Not fucking 300 rooms and there's 14 in a family.
I will say.
Sorry, I've gone off on one now.
I
Don't hate them.
I will say it was great to see the military out in force and being represented, the Gurkhas. There were all sorts of military people. And the way that they did it and parading.
Oh, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, quality, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And you know what? It was lovely to see all of that. I would love to have been there in the flesh to see them go past. The military.
Amazing. It's amazing. But you don't need a king for that.
No, I know.
You know, I'm not knocking it. I'm saying, like, I love the royal family. Always was a royalist, but I think now in the present climate, things need to be.
How long do you think he'll be on the throne? Let's all put a wager on.
5 years.
5 years.
I don't think he'll be on there long. How old is he, Viv?
74.
Give him 5.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't. With all due respect to him, I don't mean in a horrible way. He hasn't got the willpower of his mother.
No.
He's not
What about you,
mentally
Eric?
as strong as his mum.
What do you think, Eric? How long do you reckon he'll be on the throne?
Around 5 years, 5 to 8, depends. You know, and it definitely won't be as long as his mother was.
I reckon tops, between 5 and 10, I reckon. And then his boy will be up there, won't he? I must admit, I don't mind his boy. He seems a bit better.
When I come back from Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly, Bill. Exactly, man.
Do you know,
why though? I can't understand why.
I have a neighbour lives across the road from me who's a military man. He's now retired. But he served in the American Army and he was in Vietnam. And when I ask him about it, he refuses point blank to talk it. He just glazes over.
Horror.
Talks about something
what they saw
else.
as well, really. You know, what the guys had to put up with, and you know, some of the tortures as well. You know, on the floors.
Sneaky war as well, wasn't it? They didn't know where it was coming from.
It was a jungle warfare. You didn't know. You know, there's a couple of wars that we've been in, the English as well. You know, that it's jungle warfare. You don't know who you're fighting. You don't know what they're up to. You know, it's crazy.
As part of my research for my book, I found this is quite amazing. It's quite amazing that we're talking about. There's a bit in it where they talk about Singapore and the Far East of the Second World War, and why a certain area was claimed, if you like, by the Japanese through all that jungle and fighting and all the rest that happened out there. It was because our troops were all on foot. And what they used was push bikes to get through the jungle. They were really clever. Some of the simple things, and also about the amphetamines that were taken to do the long haul flights, and people don't talk about that. You know, they spoke about coming back after the war and having these nightmares and screaming and PTSD as we know it as well. But they also, some of them had to come off the drugs. And they didn't have the care like we have today, with somebody coming down off of being given all these drugs to keep them awake, and they got hooked on them. They were also coming off one of those. And if you go cold turkey, it's really dangerous.
So, well, you die, can't you?
Yeah.
You die, can't you?
Yeah. But anyway, we digress. Prince Philip wanted to come back as a virus to remove voice. It's not worth living.
Do you know what? That's right. The youth, yeah. No, it was you said there's policing, yeah. But what a fucking. I mean, could you imagine it? You're like 18, 19 years old,
heroin,
and you're on one of these, I don't know, one of these choppers, and you dropped in the middle of jungle, and there's like a load of you, and probably you're, I don't know, the captain's probably about 23.
They're all young lads, even on 17s and stuff.
Breaks your heart, doesn't it? Think like.
Well,
most of them going into
17 years old, and the age is supposed to be 8.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
so
funny enough, I watched
straight out of school kids.
I watched Fury last night. Yep. I don't know if you've seen it, Fury.
Yep.
Fury's a good film, yeah.
Great film.
Yeah. It's with what's his name? The good-looking guy, isn't it? I can't think. Brad Pitt.
I watched Saw 5 and Saw 6 last night.
Oh yeah.
Any good?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I love all the Saw films.
See,
I like the puppet on the bike.
Eric, build a contraption like the Saw movies, not to kill people, but with paranormal equipment in it that goes off like every now and again.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, when I come offline and watching Hurricane, you know, the 306. Funny enough, that it was the Polish. Attachment. When the Poles
really?
Wow. When the Poles come over to help in the Battle of Britain.
They did a lot of Poles, a lot of Indians as well.
Mm-hmm. Quite a few.
A lot of that. There was Indian. There was like Sikh Spitfire pilots and stuff. They don't show you a lot of that.
No.
It's like with the planes during the war over here. I don't know what it was like in the States. But over here, the women that were in the RAF, a lot of them flew these big bombers, delivering them.
Yeah, delivering them.
The UK. And of course, some of them would come across bandits. They'd come across like German fighters, but they wouldn't be armed to the teeth. So they'd have to try and
dodge.
Yeah, and I mean, they're brave, man. Brave.
Mm. Oh, Wild Bill's got some Saw pieces signed by Tobin Bell.
That's cool.
Do you know my actual?
I've got some Saw pieces. Made me arse.
I've got
Saw arsehole.
I've got my DVDs and my photograph with Pinhead, the original Pinhead, and that's my.
Oh, they're cool. They are. Yeah.
Pinhead. I do love
he
Pinhead.
He lives in Hollywood, doesn't he? I think now.
I think he moved out there. Yeah. But he's such a nice man.
He's English,
really, really nice. Yeah, really, really lovely man.
Yeah, I'm not a sucker for horrors, if that makes sense. I know I go ghost hunting.
Do you know what? I'm not.
I don't do it. Horrors. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I love a good horror.
Mm-hmm. The ones that freak me out more than anything are serial killer ones. They shit the life out of me.
No, possession. The gore doesn't really bother me, but it's
possession
anything to do with possession. Possession's not.
I'm all right with that. I don't mind that. Unless, of course, it's on an investigation, and you know there's a lot of bollocks. You know.
That's a couple of Friday the 13th, but like I think the last one in 1998, they had to come up with 125 different ways of killing a person for the movie.
What? 125 different ways?
Yep, 125 different ways.
Bloody hell. That must have taken
Oh,
some...
I tell you, they're speaking to the wrong people
Who's got
because
a
I
book?
know. I've got loads. I've got loads. That woman that I'm going to do to that, what was her name? Stouch
Oh,
in
yeah, the one you-
Florida. Oh, my God. What I do to her.
Oh, yeah. Somebody mentioned that the other
Oh.
day. I can't look at... Is it... What happened? Has she been found guilty yet? Or...
Well, she's
For what?
claiming that she's,
Oh, man.
this
bitch.
11-year-old boy.
Absolute bitch.
Oh, tell me
And he was-
offline.
Yeah, he was an absolute
Yeah.
little darling.
Yeah, tell me
he
off
is.
what
So
online.
I'm going to say his name. His name was Gannon Stouch, and he was he didn't deserve what happened to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
His
what I
dad
would
was
do,
his dad was away serving in the army, wasn't he?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he was military, wasn't he?
Imagine
So,
coming back like that.
Oh, I'd love to be executioner out there.
And that
Did
goes
you
back to saying,
get the
Sweet little
chair.
kid, wasn't he?
He was gorgeous, lovely, lovely little boy.
and that goes
And
back
this,
that there's some people that should just be killed. Just plain
Yeah. Yeah.
well, no,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
shouldn't just be killed. She should be tortured
I know.
first.
But
Tortured first. I told you what before, what I was going to do to her.
Do you know
and
what I
I'd
always
still
thought
stand
they
by
should
that.
do with them with people that do the kid ones? Get a room full of mothers.
Mm.
Stick them in there with them.
yeah,
There'd be nothing left with it.
Mhm.
Nothing left. And I think, you know what, that's a suitable
And
way
I think
to
it's
go.
vice versa as well with the fathers as well.
Yeah, but the mums, I reckon the mums, because the mum, you know what mums are like. I
Mm.
mean, we're bad, but mums are like, you know, they
The spiteful bitches.
that's how they call
yeah.
it.
But, yeah.
They
So
need it.
I am following that. I think juries out there deliberating, or they. I know the prosecution has rested, and they were going through the defence, and I think they might have finished now. I think it's down to the jury to decide.
Could you tell what way the jury was swaying?
I mean, she pleaded guilty to killing him, but then she's saying that she's got this split
11.
personality thing, which was it's
No
clearly put on.
excuse, man.
Clearly put on. But
Thing is, though, if you had a split personality and you were married to his dad, wouldn't you say to him, "Please don't leave the child with me because I've got a split personality"?
Yeah.
Well, not only that, he would have realized that a long time ago if he was smart
You would
enough.
have thought you would have exactly. So it's just a load of nonsense, isn't it?
I think a lot of our ghost hunters have got split personalities. To be honest with you,
What's that?
The thing is, though, right? I mean, the thing is, how so sad, isn't it? 11-year-old boy,
I know.
and his dad coming back from the military,
Yep.
hoping to come home to see his kid, and he's
But it's not even just that, though, Dan. The act of killing him. I mean, he was obviously the lead up to. It's clear that she did abuse him. But even after she'd killed him, is what she'd done with the body afterwards. It just beggars belief. She's not worth wasting my breath on. But that poor little boy.
No.
I'll talk about that poor little boy all day long because he was gorgeous. He was a cute boy. He was innocent in all of this. He deserved a lot better. It's not his father's fault, and it's not his own mother's fault.
No.
But the stepmother
I bet his own
that
mother must
did
be in
this.
pieces.
Oh
That
my
poor
God!
woman
My
must be-
heart goes out to her.
That poor woman must be in bits.
Yeah, my heart goes out to her.
Terrible.
But anyhow,
But the thing is, it's good to remember those that are the victims rather than the perpetrator,
yeah.
because they do it for notoriety, don't they? A lot of them.
Oh yeah,
But don't give them the notoriety, but always remember the victims and mention their names.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand like the serial killer aspect. I'm not a psychologist. You have serial killers, and then you have some real extreme people. More in America. Why is that? And it's got nothing to do with your gun laws.
Half of us
It's just,
history are from Wisconsin, so you know.
what's going on over there?
I think
People
it has
losing
got
their
part of
mind.
with the gun laws out there, to be fair.
Well,
They
don't
reckon
chop
that
the
we've
people up.
got-
It's got nothing to do with guns.
They reckon no guns. They
Half of-
reckon that there's 5 in the UK at any one time working. 5 serial killers working in the UK at any one time. So even if they caught 2, there'd still be 5. There's always the minimum will always be 5.
So quadruple that in America.
15.
Because wasn't there
And bear
one
in mind, I mean,
recently that was
America's a
on the
continent,
loose?
isn't it? And we're only a tiny island.
Yeah, there was one on the loose in California. I heard about that, and then everything went quiet. So this this person, whoever it was, had already killed 5 people, and then it went very quiet. So, yeah, and that was tail end of last year.
I was
but
watching
yeah.
some documentaries online, actually, on YouTube about serial killers or just killers in general. And they were like, they were cold cases. Amazing to watch the way they work.
Mm-hmm.
And they were digging out these cold cases and they were going back and they were actually finding evidence on who'd done it.
Yep.
And not only could they found blood, but they couldn't link it to the guy whose blood it was because he was somewhere else. But then they found out it was his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Should we put
Brilliant. Genius.
Shall we put serial killer in the jar?
Sure.
Yeah, go on then.
Shall we?
Yeah, go on.
It was last year they just found this guy after 60 years. They finally linked evidence to him and took him in to prison for killing people.
Wow.
He was like 80 years old.
Oh, that wasn't the guy that was going in on walking sticks, was it? Or a walking frame?
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
Was,
he was going to prison or cult with a walking sticks and a walking frame.
That was the lad you're thinking about, Dan, that got done with all the murders for the Auschwitz.
No, he was the war criminal. Yeah, no, this was a different one. It was that one as well. But yeah, I know the guy you're on about. Yeah. Was there one called Fritz? Something I can't remember now.
Yes, Fritz.
Fritz.
Fritz something.
That was in the basement, wasn't it? Fritz.
Didn't he?
Oh, he was the one who built the basement in.
Didn't he eat people as well?
No, he killed. Didn't she have children? He killed the kids that were.
Something to do with it, yeah.
Somebody done that, didn't he? Yeah. Germany. Right. With all due respect to Germany, I like Germany and I like Germans, but there's a lot of odd people out in Germany, and I love Germans and Germany.
Right, I'm going to put another one in while we're alive on air. Cannibals.
Cannibals? No, in general, or just serial killer cannibals?
Just cannibals.
Just cannibal, like even people that live on islands and stuff.
Yeah,
just put a bit in the jar.
Oh,
she's lovely. Look at that face.
I know.
She's gorgeous. Right. Got any more to talk about?
No.
You know, it's going to take me forever to download this onto YouTube, you know.
Don't take 4 years, though, does it?
Doesn't take 4 years, no. But that's because if the job's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. And 4 years is, I've heard that 4 years is doing it properly. I've heard it from all the best documentary makers. When I say best documentary makers, people that I've threatened to agree with me. Right.
Dear. So
right.
Should we wrap this up early? We've got about 10 minutes at the top of the hour.
Early.
Well, we've got 10 minutes.
I'm on overtime now. I'll send you the invoice.
Yeah, he is on overtime. I can hear it ticking in the back. He's got one of them cab clocks.
Yeah,
Well, before we finish, I want to discuss Jamie's new haircut.
I haven't done nothing with it. Just got it short back in size.
Just looks a bit different.
Discussed his haircut, did you say?
I might go back to the Merv look, but no one would let me.
Merv?
Go back to what look?
What's a Merv?
So all the lads I go fishing with, you know Merv out of Hove Alone?
No.
The robber. The tall, lanky fella with the big beard, like the big beard and that.
I don't watch Home Alone.
You've never seen it?
Oh, Home Alone. Oh, Merv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he gets electrocuted.
He goes, he's in.
Yeah, they call me Merv.
That's a brilliant. I love those. The original Home Alone was brilliant.
Yeah, the original ones. Yeah, they call me Merv when I go fishing because my hair, as you see, my hair, it gets really curly and thick and long, and that's what they call me, Merv.
Brilliant. What's the other one? I've got the T-shirt upstairs.
Harry.
No, not the other film. Chris. Oh, what's his name in it? Randy Quaid's in it. He turns up to his brother's house in a RV.
Oh, meet the
fuckers.
No, it's not that. He turns up to his brother-in-law's house in an RV.
You mean that?
What was it?
You mean that Christmas one?
Yeah, I can't think what it is.
Oh shoot!
I've got a T-shirt upstairs where it's got him.
Christmas.
It's got a picture of the RV and it's got Randy Quaid next to it and it's got shitters full.
Yeah, it's National Lampoon's Christmas.
National Lampoon's Christmas. I love that. Love that film. City Slickers. That's a cool film as well, Sarah.
Both of them.
Shit as full. I love it.
Seriously.
I love Randy Quaid. Brilliant.
I tell you, I do like changing the subject. I like the Adam Sandler films that has that
Yeah.
little Mexican man that says, "You know you can do it."
Yeah,
Somewhere
he's
in
in
it,
all of his films. Yeah,
he says, "You can do it."
You can
I
do
like.
yeah, Waterboy and that. Yeah,
As Waterboy's brilliant. Isn't it? I like. What's his name? They're fucking idiots, the pair of them, but they're brilliant. The guy who plays Elf when they're stepbrothers.
Oh,
yeah,
Have you
Step
seen that
Brothers.
one?
I love
Oh,
Step
it's brilliant.
Brothers. Is I've got a T-shirt that says "Boats and Hose."
Those-
I've got the
Well,
T-shirt. Boats and
they
Hose.
don't like each other, do they? And then one of them punches the brother, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Did you just hit my brother?" He's like, "Yeah." He went, "That was cool."
That's me and you,
Go
isn't it, Dan?
to touch.
It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant, man. I'll tell you, it's great.
Dan is just like one of them on the Step Brothers because he's doing.
I am very much like one of those in the Step Brothers.
He's doing a Christmas album. but he's
Hazel
singing
still
on
won't
it.
let me make. I've said to Hazel, "Can we have bunk beds?" And she won't let me.
Come here, Bumble.
I was going to saw our bed into two and then stick one end up and hey!
Well, have you got a top bunk? Have you?
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know
but
what? I've got to have top bunk because I've got to have somewhere for the pee to drain.
Yeah, but did you teabag it, Dan? Did you teabag it?
Teabag. Got me teabagged. Cut a hole in the mattress and just sit.
Oh.
Will Ferrell, Sarah. Thank you, Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, very funny man. Very funny. And the other guy, I can't. What's his name? I love the other guy as well.
Weird either.
My memory. I can't. Do you know? Anybody know his name? The other guy, not Will
No,
Ferrell.
I
The other one. I can't think of his name.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
No,
Dumb and Dumber.
brilliant actor, big actor as well. Another big actor, but brilliant. Love them. I love those films.
You
So
are funny,
pathetic.
Dan. We should act like that on the next public ghost hunt we go on.
God.
Me and you should act like that.
Oh, National Lampoon or something. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. I'll wear my shit as full t-shirt.
I'll wear the boat and hose one.
Seriously, Randy Quaid. I know they don't employ him anymore because they said he's gone. He hasn't gone off of his head at all. He knows exactly what's going on. It is John C. Right? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, I think it is. Well done, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah's our fact checker.
Yes. She needs to be
Sarah.
our secret elf in the
Thanks.
background getting our facts for us.
She's our helper.
So Eric's going to build a long thing with things in it.
Sorry.
For
Well,
ghost
so I've
hunters.
heard.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
But do you know, you could take the gubbins of an extra long vibrator and just take it all out and build whatever we need to go in it, couldn't he?
I want
Eric's
to
looking a bit-
for a girlfriend. But
Eric's
she couldn't
looking a
handle it.
bit like,
That's all I
nah.
said. You didn't hear that, did you?
Talking about what? Flanges?
No, I said I once bought a vibrator for an ex-girlfriend, but she didn't know how to use it and lost all her teeth.
God. Dan!
What was I going to say?
How's your dentist?
I love you. That's what she said. Right.
You
What was
are
I gonna
terrible,
say?
Dan.
I'm fucking awful. I'm such a
What?
prick. I'm a prick. Right, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night we are on at 8 o'clock, as usual, Dan and I, where we may or may not have a guest. We'll be discussing something if we haven't, but we won't be getting like this. We will be having a proper conversation.
Can I just point something out that we missed? I
Dan,
find
have a proper
really interesting.
conversation.
Go on.
Sorry,
Ooh.
that is super interesting, Sarah.
What's that? My grandfather.
At the Nuremberg trials and met Albert Pierpoint, he went over there to hang a load of them, didn't he?
Yeah.
That bloody hell. Your granddad's a proper walking piece of history then.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he's still around, bless him. But still,
But it's-
still a piece of history.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Al-
That's amazing.
Yeah. So tomorrow, yes, 8 o'clock. And then on Thursday, you have Lois on with the not frighteners, or with To the Grave and Back, when they'll be talking about
Or as she calls
crime.
it, get a damn back. Get a damn back.
And they're talking about serial
Is that
killers.
Nick?
Sponsored by Blue.
Poor Lois. And then on Friday, there is Friday Night Frighteners. Do you want to do that one, Dan?
Frightening.
Sponsored by
Ginger bastards.
the guys.
What did you say?
I don't know.
That's
I'm going to get
Lois.
her to translate it.
Ahead.
From Frighteners, she'll be joined by Ian and Bri.
I do love her, guys. Don't get me wrong. I love her to pieces.
Ian and Bri, bless them, and of course the lovely Nick will be on Friday. On Saturday, there will be no William. I think it's next week. William will be on.
No, because it was last week, wasn't it, William?
Yeah.
William's on last week, wasn't he? Yeah.
So he'll be on next week. And on Sunday, Annette with Shadows and Lights.
Woo-hoo! Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, good.
So she's on Sunday at 8 o'clock. So you'll catch a show somewhere, or you can watch us on Catch Up, or you can head over to YouTube and see some of the older stuff that we'd had put on there. There's lots and lots on YouTube. I'm slowly going through it.
Quick and Dan.
I've been unwell. So
if you sat through this evening, you're at the end of the video like we are now. We're coming to it. We're sorry you had to watch that. But I would, if you've got friends that want to watch it, I'd warn them not to bother.
I hope you can check one of the shows out this week. There's still much more coming. So take care, everyone. And don't forget, you've got other shows on Things Network.
Oh, that's sad.
That is sad. God rest his soul. But yeah, amazing piece of history. Amazing.
Irene, we've just come into the end of the show, but it's lovely to see you on here.
Oh, hi, Irene. Hope you're doing very well.
But we will be back next week, next Tuesday, talking about incubus and succubus. I hope you can join us then. Take care, everyone. And
Take
thank
care.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Thanks for tuning in.